Welcome. Welcome to another episode of The Impact of Data and the AI Literate Citizen. My guest is Devadharshinin. She is a developer within the company. They build a contract application, and today she is going to share the secrets of her development automation. Welcome.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Thank you.
There you are.
Thank you.
Tell us a little bit about your company.
Yeah, so I'm Devadharshinin. So I work as a Python developer at Mavdero Techservices. So we actually specialize in providing the AI based solutions to the market problems. So like artificial intelligence, the machine learning techniques, and the generative AI. So this is the overall concept. So and I'm working as a Python developer, so I develop applications using Python. So Python is my core. So that's all about me.
So you use the word developer, but you also use the word Python. And early in my career, I started out as a developer. If it was program language, CGI, Visual Basic, that was considered a programming language, and I called myself a developer. But nowadays, I hear the term data science or data scientist in the same sentence when people say that they're a Python developer. So I wanted to ask you, what is your definition of data science?
So data science is more data oriented. So we can use that for predictions and forecast in the future things, and we can make data driven decisions. So which will be more accurate than the traditional methods. So, for example, in stock market and all, we can use data science to forecast for the future, and we can use data science everywhere, to maximize the profit and like forecasting and to make the data-driven decisions.
So, would the developer be the person that programs the mathematical, the instructions of what the data does, and a data scientist would then take the output, and that's what they use to find the patterns and make decisions?
Yeah, actually, they use algorithms. There are various data science algorithms. The machine learning algorithms are there for predicting future and all. So they might use that.
I do want to mention, because I'm now looking at your LinkedIn page, that you recently graduated.
Yeah.
Or no, you're in the middle of going to school. You're in the middle of your
I just
degree.
finished my UG.
Yeah, yes. She said, oh gosh, I didn't see this until just now, but you're in the middle of getting a degree, an MBA in artificial intelligence. Congratulations. Yeah. I mean, that is fantastic. That's great. And at the same time, you're also working as a developer. That's a full load there.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That I can gain experience and also a degree, right?
No, I think that's fantastic. I just want to let me just pivot a minute. So there are not a lot of degrees that say, artificial intelligence. And you're getting a master's, an MBA with artificial intelligence focused. Can you give me a couple ideas of how that artificial intelligence instruction is coming into an MBA?
Yeah, actually, MBA in artificial intelligence is more important because I can understand how artificial intelligence is involved in the business process in more practical way, like how it is actually used in the business. So that's why I've chosen MBA in artificial intelligence.
So then the focus would be more on strategy, how to apply AI strategy, how to improve the adoption. Are you guys having any conversations around data and AI literacy yet?
No.
No, not yet. Okay. Is part of your degree looking at companies that are building AI applications or AI responsibility in building AI applications?
I couldn't get it. I couldn't get it.
Yeah. Will some of the topics include discussions on how to apply AI, a responsible AI in an application that's being used.
Yeah, actually, it is being discussed like how AI should be used and what are all the strategies which can maximize the profit and like which can reduce the human efforts, which will reduce the errors and to get the more accurate and like accuracy to improve the accuracy, we use
Mhm.
artificial intelligence in the business. So we are taught like that.
um, some degrees in the US, when it's a master's degree, sometimes require a master's project or a master's thesis. Do you have that requirement?
Actually, I'm currently in my first semester.
Ah,
I'm not in the
just
fourth.
getting started. Just
Yeah.
getting started. Oh my gosh, that's fantastic. So exciting. That's so exciting nowadays. Um, so this is good. So at the same time you're doing this, you're also a developer at your company. So let's, my bad, I completely pivoted off and started talking about your degree, but let's come back to you and what you're doing with your company. Um, Early on, you mentioned the word automation. We
Yeah.
talked about, you're a developer using Python, the differentiation between a developer and a data science. And at somewhere in there, I wrote down the word automation. What does automation mean to you?
So automation actually reduces the manual process, the repetitive process actually.
Mhm.
So it reduces the human efforts and saves a lot of time in automation. So, for example, I was involved in a project for downloading certain documents from a website, so which
Mhm.
requires a lot of time actually. So I automated all those process, and the extraction process was automated, and the data entry process it will actually take a lot of time, like 1 hour to complete the the data entry process. So I've automated like all those steps. So it is very time consuming. So this process will be very time consuming. So here automation can be used to reduce the time and the
When
manual
you,
effort. So if the
yeah,
large volumes are there, if large volumes of data are there, this automation will help drastically, right?
about 15 years ago, I was at a company where we had to open every single legal document, and we
Okay.
had to, on an Excel spreadsheet, individuals would read the document and pull out about 25 different pieces of information:
Okay.
invoice, terms,
Okay.
penalties. This is the data that you're talking about.
Okay. So that's the invoice processing, right? So here there is a tool also like for invoice processing where we actually extract the metadata of the invoice and extracts like the critical information from the invoices, like the invoice date, invoice amount from the data, and we actually populate those extracted data automatically into an Excel sheet. So it'll be easy for the reference, right?
Data out of an invoice. Do you do this? Do you also do the same thing, pulling data out of a legal document, a PDF?
Yeah, exactly. Like
Okay.
like I will download all these official files, right? So from there, certain informations will be extracted. All these critical informations like the invoice details and the the leasehold, freehold details and all. So we have to extract all those details, and these details will be automatically entered into a software called Leap. So this all the process will be automated.
Let me ask you a quick question here. If I'm looking at a legal document, not
Okay.
not every legal document is the same. I mean, I would hope that all the documents are the same, but I know that my document in the US isn't going to be quietly formatted the same as it is in Canada. And
Okay.
terms and conditions may be in different languages, or they may be completely missing from the UK legal document versus the Italy legal document.
Yeah.
When you're in there writing your code to find this data and pull it out of a legal document, how are you doing that?
We actually use LLMs. Actually, we use the open AI technology, like the GPT models, to extract the metadata. And we actually use the tailored prompts. The fine tuning prompts will be done according to the extracted information. So we will be fine tuning the prompts based on the accuracy. So to
Okay.
improve the accuracy, we'll continue fine tuning the prompts, the query. So according to the query, it will the relevant information will be retrieved.
What other projects are you currently working on there?
So now I'm actually working on Leap automation, the Leap software automation,
Mhm.
and the LinkedIn automation, and also on the contract management too.
So let's go to the LinkedIn automation. What's that?
So LinkedIn automation is like we have to, like, if there is a LinkedIn marketing,
Mhm.
there is a business, they have to follow more profiles, they have to message more, they have to reach out more people, right? So it is actually not efficient way to manually go and type and reach out to people, to so many people, right? So we have automated the following process, the following all the profiles, connecting with all the profiles and messaging with the profiles. So I've automated all these processes using a Python Selenium package.
You've mentioned a couple, you've mentioned a couple different applications. What are all the applications that you currently work with?
The LinkedIn automation and
Mhm.
the Leap software automation and the contract management automation.
Okay.
Sorry, the contract management tool.
And the software tools that you're using to help you do your job. You've mentioned
Uh,
Python.
are you asking the technologies which are involved in doing these all
Yes.
tasks?
Yeah. Which, yes. Mhm.
Okay. So first we use a RAG engine, so which is a Gen AI technology.
Mhm.
So RAG engine is nothing but the retrieval augmented system. So which actually retrieves the relevant information from a knowledge base, which is a database actually. So it retrieves the highly contextual and highly accurate results. So this is the concept. This is the overall concept of a RAG engine. So this is why we use RAG engine for the contract management tool. So next we use the cosine similarities. Cosine similarities is nothing but finding the similarities using the cosine angle between the vectors. Vectors are the numerical representation of each words.
Mhm.
So we use that. So and actually you can see in contract management tool we tend to compare the contracts and identify the deviations, right? The need for review, the matched clauses, unmatched clauses. For these we use the similarity searches. And for the projects like resume mining, we use semantic search. So semantic search is basically an NLP technique, so the natural language processing technique. So in that technique, for instance, I'm saying consider a word called bat. So it will be having two different meanings, right? So one is a mammal and another one is a cricket bat. So we have to consider the preceding and the succeeding words of a sentence and understand the intended meaning of that particular term. Intended meaning should be considered to understand that particular term, right? So this is the same exact concept of semantic search and NLP. So
Mhm.
this technique is actually used in the contract management tool and the resume mining tool. Actually, if the resume has different terminologies which would align with the job description, so this technique will be very useful to locate the resumes, the correct resumes, and the correct candidates. And all. So these are the technologies involved.
That's a lot. You're pretty
Yeah,
busy.
and we also use LLMs, the OpenAI,
Mhm.
and the model we use is GPT 4.0, and the
Mhm.
accuracy rate of that particular model is 97%. So we use that.
Did you learn all this in school or did you learn all this in the internships and the jobs?
Yeah, I actually learned through internships.
Wow,
Yeah, I actually learned a lot in internships.
it's pretty impressive. You're already a step ahead and you haven't even graduated yet. That's
Yeah,
quite exceptional.
because here only we can learn practically, right? In colleges, it won't be much practical. It will be theoretical. So
Mhm.
that's
So if someone wanted to get into your field of work, they really need to get internships and learn on the job. It's not something that they can go to school and get taught.
okay.
Okay. Okay, that's good. That's good to know. So you've been at your company little bit less than a year. Is that right?
Yeah.
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 So far, within the contract application that you've been working in, what's the most exciting feature or the most awesome feature? Even if you didn't develop it, I'm curious, what do you think is the most exciting feature that this application allows?
Okay. So actually, for this contract management, the top competitor is Ironclad, a unique feature available in our tool. So, which is the comparison of the contract documents and identifying the deviations, which is very unique, which is not available in any other tools.
Okay.
So, this is
You
a
want to
unique.
you want to talk about that? Like,
Yeah. So actually, the deviations are like when the clauses matches the standard and the non-standard documents. With
mhm.
the standard and non-standard documents, when the clauses matches, it will come under match match case, and if doesn't match, it will come under like missed clause. And if any of the term is missing, it will come under need review. So that's the overall concept. So it
So it
will reduce manual effort drastically, right?
okay. What's another feature that you find fascinating?
Actually, this is the only feature which is
That's the one that's
unique.
really cool, huh? I love it. I love it. Over the last maybe year and a half, we've heard the term AI agents. We're
Okay.
hearing it more and more. Yesterday, I was on a virtual conference and I heard someone make the reference to agentic, AI agent, applications. Help me understand, what's an AI agent?
Are you like mentioning about like how AI is used in the field of contract like that?
Yeah, so on your website or on your LinkedIn for your company, there's a diagram that says AI agent for contract negotiation. And
Yeah.
I want to understand from you, what does AI agent, what does the term AI agent mean? And how is it being used in making software more automated? What is an AI agent?
AI agents are responsible for finding the deviations between the standard documents and the draft agreements.
Mhm.
So there are actually various deviations like the need review, match clauses, missed clauses, and all. So for finding these deviations, the AI agent actually uses the LLMs, the large language models.
Mhm. All right. So then I, the way you've explained it, um, an AI agent in this case is consuming data. So it's reading through the data that you've mentioned about the draft agreement,
Yeah,
and it's providing you with a type of recommendation on where the gaps could exist.
yeah.
Okay. All right. So then I'm going to use an analogy for the audience, because I looked this up earlier, that if you use Waze, WAZE, or Apple Maps or Google Maps, and you put in your route,
Okay.
then the AI agents that are built in that software are collecting all the information, and in real time they get inputs from users, in this case drivers, who are driving down the highway, and see an accident, and then they input that information into the app, and then that notifies me as another driver, and it reroutes me for the best possible path, knowing that there's an obstacle in my way. So then taking that with your explanation, in contract in the contract application, it's collecting data, which is the legal documents, and using that information to provide the best possible action in order
Yeah,
to achieve the goal of negotiations.
yeah. It is actually using the company's data. It is customized to the company's data. It is
Okay.
not the AI model is not trained using the general data sets and all. So it is
Okay.
actually customized using the company's data, so that the answers retrieved will be more accurate, right?
you mentioned the company's data. What did you mean by that?
The company is like the client's data. The client's data is the company's data.
Got it. Okay. So when you're working with a client, you're using their data to
Their
support
data.
the, okay,
Yeah.
understand. Okay.
And we also like respect the sensitivity of the data. We don't like share with others.
Right. Well, I think I better understand AI agents now. I have to admit, it's been very confusing. I was at a virtual conference and someone mentioned the word agentic, software and AI agents. And I think after talking to you and really thinking about it, we already interact with AI agents before, we just never called it that. And so now the industry as a whole is coming up with this term. And really, it's more like an inference engine. It's taking information, it's inferring. So it's like an inference engine. And then, yeah, okay, I better understand it now. Yeah, thanks. Thank you. Yeah. So we're wrapping up our conversation today. You are brand new in your career. You're just getting started. What do you want to do?
I actually wanted to gain more insights and more experience in this AI. Yeah, actually, we develop applications which are actually AI solutions, which is actually AI based. The solutions will be artificial intelligence, and we use the algorithms, machine learning algorithms like that.
Mm. But your
So that,
interest, yeah.
yeah,
So
my
you're,
interest is also like.
yeah. Where are you in? I want to know about you.
So my interest also is about the learning the artificial intelligence techniques, algorithms, and stay updated.
Oh, that's going to be hard. Everything's changing so quickly.
Yeah.
I want to thank you so much for hanging out with me today. I know that the time zone is quite different where you are. It's
Yeah.
your evening, is that right?
Yeah. It's actually 7:20 p.m.
Yep, it's my morning. So I'm about to go get breakfast and coffee, and you're about to go what, grab dinner?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Well, congratulations on starting your MBA with artificial intelligence. And you have a good weekend.
Thank you.